Stole my watch.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What you are about to see is the first group of exercises from the Leningrad Method of stage movement as developed by Edward Rozinsky. Professor Rozinsky began his career as a dancer and mime actor in the Soviet Union in 1959. He attended the Leningrad Theatrical Conservatory where he received his degree in stage direction and later his master's in stage movement. He taught acting and stage movement at the conservatory while pursuing his career as a director, producer, and choreographer in Leningrad. He also authored several articles as well as The Silent Art, a full-length work on mime technique published in Russia. In 1979, Professor Rozinsky emigrated to the United States, bringing with him his unique method of teaching actors stage movement, based on modern achievements of psychophysiology and Stanislavski's system. Since his arrival, he has conducted several workshops and seminars throughout the United States and Canada. Rozinsky is currently on faculty at the University of Miami Department of Drama.
Hello, my name is Sholoma Lessner, and this is Professor Edward Rozinsky of the University of Miami Drama Department. We're here to present you a film about basic stage movement as taught by Professor Rozinsky. Professor Rozinsky, would you please tell us something about your method, the Leningrad Method of basic stage movement?
So-called Leningrad Method was developed in the Soviet Union for the past 40 years by many people. And it's called Leningrad because it was developed basically in Leningrad. It is based on Stanislavski's system for training actor from one hand and on modern achievements of psychophysiology on the other hand.
And why do you think this method will work for American actors?
First of all, because it's based on Stanislavski method and because it's scientifically based, it has to work for everybody. And the second of all, I had a chance, since I am in the United States from 1979 teaching in different schools, I had a chance to make sure that it does work and that this method is universal.
And exactly what are the differences between the other methods and your method, or your method and their methods?
You mean the methods taught in the United States?
Yes, and
the difference is that as far as I know, in the United States, movement teachers teach all kind of techniques, and it's very much eclectical. And all Feldenkrais, Laban techniques, Alexander techniques, Tai Chi, and other things used to teach actors movement. All these things are not specially designed for actors. The method I'm teaching, or so-called Leningrad method, is something specially designed for actor and meant for actors from the very beginning.
And can anyone use your method?
I wish many people will know more about this method and will start teaching this method because it's very unique and it works very nicely.
Well, I do too, because I've seen this method, and I think it's now the time for the viewers to see this method also. So would you mind demonstrating with your class for us?
Of course not. Form a flag, please. We call this formation a flag because it looks like flock of birds. And it's a very comfortable formation for a teacher to see everybody and for students to see the teacher. Now we're going to do a coordination exercise. First exercise for your right arm. First movement, straight forward. Second movement, sideways. Third movement, straight forward. Fourth movement, down. All together, 4 movements. Ready? Go! Very good. Second exercise is for your left arm. First movement sideways. Second movement up. Third movement straight forward. Fourth movement down. Do this exercise with your left arm. Ready? And. Stop. Very good. Let's do this exercise with both arms in the same time. Each arm does its own movements. Ready? Go! Stop. Very good. Thank you. Now we're going to do the same exercise with your both hands and walk forward in the same time. Start with your right foot. Ready? Go! Backwards. Very good. Now let's do this exercise again, but this time you will recite multiplication table while walking forward. 2 times 1 is 2. Ready? Go!
2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4.
Backwards.
2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8.
On the spot.
2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12.
Forward.
2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 8 is 16.
Thank you. Very good. Now let's do this exercise for the last time, but this time you will recite a very famous piece, Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. Ready? Go!
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey.
Backwards.
Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Stop. Thank you. Let's do this exercise one more time, but this time please do it for the kindergarten kids from 5 to 7 years old and make it a scary fairy tale about Miss Muffet. Ready? Go!
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Very good, thank you. Now we're going to do another coordination exercise. This one is going to be more complicated. First exercise for your right hand, as usual. First movement, straight forward. Second movement, bend your elbow in front of your chest. Third movement, sideways. Fourth movement, down. Let's do this exercise with the right arm. Ready? Go. Good. And now exercise for your left hand. It's going to be just 3 movements: forward, sideways, and down. And you have to do these 3 movements continuously. Ready? And. Stop. Thank you. So now we have 4 movements in right hand and just 3 movements in left hand. Let's try to do this exercise with your both arms in the same time. Ready? And. Stop. Very good. Thank you. And now you will walk forward. Start with your right foot and walk in quarters and do the exercise with your both hands. 4 movements in the right arm, 3 movements in the left arm. Ready? Go. Backwards. Stop. Very good. Put your hands down. And now I want you to recite a piece of poetry you had to learn for this class by Robert Frost, Looking for a Sunset Bird in Winter. Standing on a spot, please, all together. Ready? And.
The west was getting out of gold. The breath of air had died of cold. When shooing home across the white, I thought I saw a bird alight. In summer, when I passed this place, I had to stop and lift my face. A bird with an angelic gift was singing in it, sweet and swift. No bird was singing in it now. A single leaf was on a bough, and that was all there was to see in going twice around the tree.
Very good. And now I want you to listen to the musical piece written specially for this exercise. We'll ask Paul to play this for us. Live music is a very important component of stage movement study because students can listen to the changing of the rhythm, tempo, and nuances of music. And now we are going to do this exercise one more time with your both hands, walking forward and backwards, and with the music. But this time, the first stance you will do standing on the spot, second stance you will move forward, and the third stance you will move backwards. Ready? And
The west was getting out of gold. The breath of air had died of cold. Shooing home across the white, I thought I saw a bird alight in summer. When I passed this place, I had to stop and lift my face. A bird with an angelic gift of singing in it, sweet and swift. No bird was singing in it now. A single leaf was on the bough, and that was all there was to see in going twice around the tree.
good, thank you. Now I want you to do this exercise one more time, and this time I would like you to have your inner visions about everything you're telling me. In the first stanza, you'll probably see a field covered with snow and a lonely tree in the middle of the field. In the second stanza, you will see probably a same field covered with grass and flowers in the middle of the summer. In the third stanza, again, the same field covered with snow, but your visions should be very individual. So please think about a field you saw once in your life, or a summer picture you saw in your life, and bring these visions up and try to see them while doing the exercise. Ready? And
The west was getting out of gold. The breath of air had died of cold. And shooing home across the white, I thought I saw a bird alight in summer. When I passed this place, I had to stop and lift my face. A bird with an angelic gift was singing in it, sweet and swift. No bird was singing in it now. A single leaf was on the bough, and that was all there was to see in going twice around the tree.
thank you, very good.
Well, the coordination exercise didn't look very easy, did it? It looked rather difficult to me, Professor Rozinsky. Exactly what does this exercise that you're doing develop in the actor?
This exercise and many others of this type develop a very important quality of the actor, the coordination. And I developed this quality by adding more and more things to a basic first exercise. And finally, as you could see, they do different things in the same time. They walk, they do movement with their hands, and they speak in the same time. And now I would like to show you some more exercises.
Okay.
The rhythm for the next exercise is 6/4, and this exercise has 4 parts. We are going to do now the first part. First part is walking forward on first, third, and fifth beat. In other words, walking forward in halves. please do 3 steps forward with your right foot and stop after this. Don't put your feet together at the end. Ready? And stop. Very good. Second part of the exercise, you have to step forward with your left foot. And right after this, you have to turn about face, and you have to finish your turn by the end of the measure. It's also 6 quarters. Ready? Second part. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Very good. Third part of the exercise, you have to kneel down on your left knee, and you have to touch the floor on number 3, on the third beat. Ready? Go. Okay, good. Get up, please. Let's do all these 3 parts all together. Move backwards. Now, let's do these 3 parts, first, second, and third, one after another. Ready? And. Okay, very good. Get up. Move backwards, make a flag, please. Now, this exercise is called Hamlet, and we are going to build now the whole rhythmical pattern of the exercise. You have to make the first part as we did before, 3 steps forward. The second part, make a step forward. After this, you will hear a light signal behind you. You have to turn about face to see what is this noise comes from. And after this, start kneeling down on your left knee. And on the 4th quarter, you'll hear a strong noise behind you. So you have to make a sharp turn about face and kneel on the other knee, this time on the right knee. And starting from the 4th measure, you have to slowly get up and stay on your both feet. All right? Only this, please. Okay? Ready? And. That was very good, thank you. Move backwards, please, make a flag. Now, when you hear this light signal, you have to turn about face, but start turning with your eyes first, then with your head, then your shoulder, and then your torso, and then the rest of your body, and spread it on the 6 quarters of a measure. All right? Let's do it one more time. The same thing. Ready? And. Okay, good, thank you. Move backwards, make a flag. Now, I'll tell you a story. This exercise is called Hamlet, and the circumstances are somebody told Prince Hamlet that the ghost of his father appears every night on the walls of the castle. And Prince Hamlet came here in the middle of the night to check if it's true, and if possibly to see the ghost of his father. He is walking along the walls, and suddenly he hears a light noise behind him. He turns around to see what's happening. He sees the ghost of his father on the wall. He kneels down and stretches his hands to ask the host to approach to him because he wants to talk to the ghost. And suddenly he hears a strong noise behind, like a sword fall down on his stones. He turns around and grabs the handle of his knife or dagger on the left side of your body. He looks around, and when he understands that there's no danger around, he gets up slowly and continue walking forward. Let's do this exercise now with these new circumstances. Ready? And. Okay, thank you. Let's do it one more time, please. Attention. Ready? And.
That was very interesting, seeing so many Hamlets. You usually never demonstrate. Would you tell us why you never demonstrate?
Sure. This is one of the major principles of the so-called Leningrad Method, because in my understanding is that when you demonstrate to students, they just copy you, and sometimes it's a good copy, sometimes it's not so good copy. When I explain verbally the objective, then students in the same time with my explanation, they make a picture in their minds of what I'm telling them, and then the movement they do is supposed to be natural and supposed to be individual. That's the major idea of not demonstrating.
We enjoyed that one, and now we're going to get a new surprise.
Next exercise is called echo, and this is one of the exercises designed to develop your rhythmicality. You have to listen to the music, and the pianist will play one measure of a rhythmical pattern. Then you have to repeat this pattern by walking forward. Start walking with your right foot. When you finish the pattern, stop and don't put your feet together. Ready? Go! Stop. We are going now, put your feet together, put your feet together. Now we are going to do this same exercise again, but this time you have to listen not just to rhythmical pattern, but to all the nuances. Thank you, Paul. But all the nuances you hear in music, you have to bring up with your feet walking forward. Ready? Good, very good, thank you. Now let's do this exercise one more time. Put your feet together, but this time we're going to do 2 measures instead of 1. Ready? Thank you, very good.
Maybe the viewers are reminded of this exercise as I am, of exercises I did in kindergarten. They seem very similar, only much more complicated. I would say very difficult in some respects.
Is it so? Well, those exercises are to develop also important quality of the actor's body, a so-called rhythmicality. And when I say rhythmicality, I mean a ability of expressing the not just rhythm of music, but also the quality of music with somebody's body. And that's what they study during this exercising. I think we should go to the next exercise.
Okay.
Form a flag, please. Okay. The next exercise is called the prayer. First, we have to learn the movements for your hands. The beginning position is your hands are in front of your face and pinkies touching each other. Put your hands in the beginning position, please. Okay, a little higher. Okay, very good. First movement, you have to turn your hands toward yourself and straighten your arms so the hands would stay palm out. Let's do the first move. And 1. Very good. Now put your hands down and palms should be facing down. 2. Like this. Good. The third movement, bring your hands up and turn them the other way. Palms up. 3. The fourth movement, bring them back to the position when palms are facing down. 4. Now, bring your hands up, in this position. Palms up. And the last movement, the sixth movement, is through this position back to the beginning. Those are 6 movements. Put your hands down. Let's do this exercise again, now with music. Put your hands in the beginning position. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. Very good. Put your hands down. Let's do this exercise one more time, but this time we are going to walk forward. Start walking with your right foot. prepare your hands, put them in the beginning position. Ready? And. Backwards. Stop. Okay, very good. Put your hands down. When you do this exercise, see that you stretch your arms every time you put your hands down. Every time stretch your arms. And keep your hand, keep the right angle between your hand and your arm. Let's do it one more time. Ready? And. Backwards. Very good. Put your feet together, hands down. Now put your hands on your hips. Let's make a step forward with your right foot, and right after this start kneeling down. And kneel down until you touch the floor with your left knee on third quarter. After this, put another knee down on the floor and go down, sink down until you touch your heels. After this, start getting up. On number 3, on third quarter, put your right foot on the floor and then get up on your both feet. That would be all. Ready? So step forward and start kneeling down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Very good. Very good. Now, when you go down and when you touch your heels, start bending forward. Bend forward on 1, 2, 3, and unbend on 4, 5, 6. Then again, bend forward on 1, 2, 3, and bend on 4, 5, 6. And after this, start getting up on your feet. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Okay, very good, very good. Let's do it now with your hands. Together with your hands in the same time. Move your hands and do kneeling and bending. Ready? Prepare your hands in front of your face. And okay, very good. Move backwards, please. Make a flag. And now we are going to do a combination of the exercises. You are going to do this pattern with your hands twice, standing on the spot. Then start moving forward and move forward also twice. 6 quarters, another 6 quarters. After this, start kneeling down and bending, then get up, and after this move backwards. And all this you have to do with hands in the same time. Ready? And. Okay, very good. Put your hands down. And now for the last time we're going to do this exercise again. Same pattern we just did. Twice on the spot, twice forward, down, up, twice backwards. But this time, excuse me, but this time I want you to have some circumstances for this exercise. This is happened in 12th century, about 700 years ago, and you belong to certain religion. We don't know the name of this religion, but the movement you are doing now are the way they pray in this religion. So when you're standing on the spot twice, you are standing in front of the temple before entering the temple. Then you go forward, you enter the temple, and you approach the altar. Then you kneel down before the altar and you pray. Then you get up and you leave the temple walking backwards. And please, when you do this now, think about something you are praying for. It can be different. Everybody has to think about something which is really important for you. Pray for it. Ready? And. As you just saw, I demonstrated in this exercise a couple of things, but not because I wanted, because I have to. And I just think that it's faster. I can't explain everything. My English is still poor. That's why I demonstrated, but it's not because the method makes me demonstrate.
What qualities do you develop with this exercise, Professor?
Well, this exercise is basically to develop plastic hands. plasticity of hands. But this exercise is also a complex exercise because it develops in the same time many other things like rhythmicality, like good posture and, correct walk and some other things. I think we should go to the other exercise.
All right.
Next exercise is called canon. It has 4 parts, each part 1 measure, 4/4. First part of the exercise is very simple. We have to make 4 steps forward, starting with your right foot. Please do it. Ready? And stop. Good. Second part is you have to make a step forward with your right foot, then make a pause on the second quarter, then jump to your left on the third quarter, then make a pause on the fourth quarter. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Third part of the exercise is also simple. You have to walk on the spot, but instead of emphasizing with your feet down, you have to emphasize with your knees up. On the heartbeat, you have to bring your knee up. Let's do it with your right foot, right knee has to go up first. 4 steps on the spot. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, stop. Keep your left there. Thank you. Put your left down. The fourth part is a little more complicated. That's why I want you to listen first to the rhythmical pattern. Paul will help us, and then you will do it. Okay, you should start this part with your left foot, and at the end make a jump forward and stop. Jump on your both feet at the end. Ready? And very good, thank you. Move backwards, please. Make a line. Right, now we are going to do this exercise, all 4 parts, one after another. Start with the first part, which is 4 steps forward. Then the second part follows, which is step forward, a pause, jump to your left, a pause. Then the third part, walking on the spot with your knees high up. Then the fourth part, which we just did. And let's put them all together. Ready? And very good. Turn about face, please. Let's do it one more time. Ready? And attention. Let's do this exercise one more time, but this time in part 3, instead of walking on the spot with your knees up, walk backwards. And at the end of the exercise, when you jump on your both feet, turn about face in the same time. Turn around your left shoulder or over your left shoulder at the end. Okay? So we have 2 changings in the exercise. Ready? And stop. Very good, very good. Let's do this exercise again. Same exercise. Turn at the end. Ready? And okay, very good. And now we are going to do this exercise twice. First time down and second time up without pause. When you turn about face here, you have to start the exercise again and start it again with your right foot. Ready? And Very good, thank you. If you noticed, Paul was playing a rhythmical pattern all the time you did exercise. Now I will ask him to play just plain quarters, and you have to do the pattern. Same thing, down and up. Ready? And. Okay, very good, very good. Count off from 1 to 4.
1,
2,
3,
4,
1,
2,
3.
4.
Okay, now Paul will play plain quarters. You will do the exercise by numbers, which means that the exercise start number 1. Everybody who is number 1 start the exercise. And when number 1 finished the first part of exercise, number 2 joins the exercise, and then number 3, and then number 4. Every new measure, somebody else starts the exercise, and everybody starts the exercise from the very beginning, from the right foot. Ready? And. Okay, thank you, very good. Now, you all know the song, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. We're going to sing this song standing on the spot all together. Okay, very good. Let's do this exercise now and sing the song in the same time. Everybody start together. Ready?
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
Okay, very good. Let's do this one more time. Same thing, singing this song and doing the movements, but this time think about yourself as Marines marching on a parade, and the parade is in Washington, and this is a Veterans Day parade, and you are the Marines. Ready?
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
Okay, thank you. Good, good. All right, now we're going to do this exercise with different music. It's going to be a tango, and you will try to do this exercise and put a little style of a tango in it. You can improvise with your body and your hands, but you still have to do the same rhythmical pattern with your feet. Ready? Okay, good, good. And now we're going to do something you will really like. I'm serious. We're going to do this exercise with the song "Oh Susanna." So let's do it right away. You all know the words. Let's do "Oh Susanna" country style. Ready?
Well, I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee, and I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee.
Good, thank you. All right, that's all.
Well, what happens when this exercise is finished?
When I finish the exercise and you have a final form of exercise, I actually drop an exercise and start another exercise, because we believe that after exercise is mastered, there's no sense to repeat it many times again, because it just doesn't train anything. We start another exercise, and we have about 500 exercises in this Leningrad method, so we always can pick up any other exercise.
Well, I hope that someday we'll be able to pick up some more exercises so that the viewers can see the other 500 exercises that you already have, and maybe get to read your book real soon. And I want to thank you for watching and for listening in behalf of myself and on behalf of Professor Rozinsky, and of course the acting students of the University of Miami Drama Department. Thank you.
Thank you.